So today we are starting the topic joint products and byproduct. So we have like not studied process costing yet, correct? But some idea related to process costing I have already given, if I'm not wrong, correct?
Yes, sir.
I've given a rough idea regarding process costing. So in process costing, what happens?
Sir,
Suppose,
your screen is not visible, sir.
sorry, just a second. Yeah. Now, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we are starting the topic called joint product and byproduct, and I've been like discussing regarding the process costing. So I have given a rough idea regarding process costing topic, correct? I have already explained you like what happens, why process costing is applicable, where it is applicable. I have explained you the difference between job costing and process costing. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have done a we have roughly like discussed that one. So
Yes.
what happens normally when you like when you want to produce something, okay,
Okay.
and like there will be a process you would be like following to produce some product. Am I right? So suppose if there is this process one, let's say this is a process, and in this process I'll say just process one. In this process you have given some input in the form of material, labor, overhead. You are producing something. See, you are producing something, and for that like you are following some procedure or process. Okay, this process is all about converting the raw material into finished good. Fine. So
Yes.
this one process, if it gives just one kind of good, see, raw material we are putting into, and we are producing some product. So if one process gives only one product, then it is normal production. What is that?
Normal production.
But if one process gives two products, two different products, then that is called joint product. What is it called?
Joint product.
Joint product. Let's say if this process one gives a final product, that is just one product, then we will say it is a normal product, correct? This is what is expected from that particular process. That process is giving us one single product, correct? It's
Yeah.
giving one single product. This product will sell in the market and will generate revenues. But if let's say the process one is giving two different products, that is product A and product B. What is that I have written? Product A and product B. Okay. Then what we will say about this? This will be called as joint
Joint.
product. Am I right? So
Yes,
what is
yes.
the joint product? Joint product. So if I have to speak about joint product is nothing but when joint products, when two or more products are produced from the same basic raw material and are almost of equivalent value. See, if I say in the process one, the input or material I have given as crude oil. What is that? Crude oil. And the two products which came out is petrol and diesel. Let's say. So are these two of equivalent value if petrol is sold at 70 rupees, diesel is sold at 50 rupees, let's say? Correct or wrong?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
These two are separate products, am I right?
Yeah.
And they are and we can sell them in the market separately by separating them, or separately we can sell them in the market. and to make petrol or diesel, only what kind of raw material you are using? Crude oil, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So almost are of equivalent value. They are known as joint products. Example, in refining of crude oil, both petrol and diesel is obtained. Okay. So now
Okay.
this particular, like if you want this, you can further process it. If you further process it, you can get any other product like A plus, and for this also you want material. This particular petrol will be the metal here, correct? Correct.
Okay.
If
Yes.
you are
Yes.
further processing this petrol, then further refining it or whatever, mixing it with some other chemicals or something, and want to make some products, and material will be petrol, then labor, then overheads. It is separate. Then here if you want to process this and make some product with this diesel, then diesel will be the material, correct? And then there will be labor and there will be overhead. So do you think these two are A plus and B plus are joint products?
Yes. Yes, sir.
How A plus?
Material.
No, A and B were joint products, but A plus
Okay.
B plus are not joint products, correct?
Yeah. 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 Yes, sir.
Why these are not joint products? Because for A plus the metal used is petrol, for B plus the metal used is diesel. But
Yeah.
for making petrol and diesel the metal used is
Crude oil.
crude oil. So what is the joint product here? Petrol and diesel. Okay. So
Okay.
process 1, then this I will tell us process 2, and then process 3. So to make A plus, two types of process are involved, process 1 and process 2 for
Two.
A plus. For B plus, process 1
Process three.
and process 3. Okay, but for A and B, what process is involved? Only process 1. So
One.
can I say these two are joint products?
From process one,
Only,
it is joint product.
yeah, only single process for two products. Are they
It
joint
is joint
products?
product. Yes, sir. It is
Yeah,
joint.
that's what. For A plus, two different processes. For B
Yes.
plus, two different. But for A and B, only one process. So those
Yes.
are joint products. Then
Uh,
we will discuss something about byproduct also, because I've written the heading here. What is a byproduct? See, a byproduct is something which we are not aspiring to make. That means what, we don't desire to produce that. But in this process, it automatically gets produced. Understood? It is nothing but it's a waste. It's something like when you are producing something, it's kind of a waste which is arising. For example, if you take a ara meal,
Okay.
in that you will be many, the woods are cut, correct? The woods
Yeah.
are like cut, and in that cutting process some dust, wood dust gets created. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Do they want to create this dust?
No.
This again can be used for some other purpose. When I speak about a thermal power plant is existing only to create power, but fly ash comes out of it, and this fly ash is used in cement industry for cement production. Do they want to make fly ash, or it is like getting produced in the general course? It is getting produced, am I right?
Yes, sir.
In the during the power manufacturing, it is getting produced, almost getting produced. We don't want to produce it.
Yes, yes.
So this is, but again this will be sold to some other company, like this will be sold to the cement factories, and some amount can be generated from that, correct?
Yeah.
So like let's say if at all like something, just a second madam, just a
Yeah.
second. Yeah. So let's say something I am producing the main product and selling it at 100 rupees per kg. The byproduct which I am which is getting produced in this process, I'm not producing it. It
Yes, sir.
itself is getting produced, because if I have to produce this main product, that that product would ultimately get produced. Okay, we are not putting some special machinery or special efforts for that. It itself is coming. It itself is coming out. Got my point or not?
Yes, it is automatically coming.
Yes. So that I'll be selling for 2 rupees per kg, but I will sell it. Okay. So still that matters. It's negligible. Actually, 2 rupees per kg is like negligible thing, but it
Yeah,
still matters, isn't it so?
yeah. That is called as a byproduct, sir.
Byproduct, yes. So I'll give you a good example of byproduct right now. I'm writing the definition also.
Oh,
So byproduct, byproducts are incidental waste. It's getting recorded now. Incidental waste arising during the course of manufacture of main product. Example, in processing of sugar cane, huh?
yeah.
Sugar cane, both sugar and molasses are obtained. So molasses we don't want, but it is obtained. That can be used for alcohol production, correct?
Okay.
So that will be used as a used in the production of alcohol.
Oh, I don't know, sir, that one.
Sorry, yeah, no, that is in the school also, in science subject it is there.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
I'm not a science student. I don't know.
Acha, acha, acha. Madam, you're writing now this one?
Yes, sir. Finished.
Okay, till byproduct finish?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, madam. Yeah. Okay, Kalyan. Yeah.
Sir, one more doubt.
Yeah.
Uh, for for this byproduct, we sell that one. We get a some amount, no?
Yes.
This amount we can show in the profit and loss account also. Is there any accounting transaction for this one?
That is negligible. Actually, accounting would be there for everything. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But like you say, like we are doing costing now.
Yeah.
So, like here we don't think about accounting thing, but
Yeah.
accounting would definitely be there.
Okay. Okay.
If you get single penny, that means it should be relevant. If it is of negligible value, then it depends whether we should show it or not. It depends.
Okay.
Okay.
In the
Now,
costing, sir, in the costing, mm, while we make the cost of the product, we can include this one or not, sir?
see, this is we are clearly saying now we don't want this and we don't desire this. This ultimately is coming. It's a bounty bonus for you.
Okay.
Without asking, this thing is coming out. Correct?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bonus.
Yeah.
Just to enjoy the benefit. Just we can enjoy the benefits. Nothing more than
Yes.
that we can do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Now I'm just still like making that diagram. So we were here, process 1,
Yeah.
And we use like inputs. Now I'm finishing the concept and like explaining you what is the motive of studying this chapter. We understood what is joint product and byproduct. Now why are we doing this? Why are we studying this chapter? Is what is we are going to discuss.
Okay.
So process 1, okay, and again we got two products A and B, and again then process 2 we did, and again like process 3 we did. Again we took material, labor and overheads to make A plus. Here also we did material, labor and overheads to make B plus. And so now we are concerned, what we are concerned with is to make we just took the raw material as crude oil, okay, and that raw material and labor and overheads, the entire input has given us two products, correct? Fine.
Yes.
So we can directly get the cost of this A plus and B plus. How? We got a product called petrol here, petrol and we got diesel here, correct?
Yes, sir.
So how, like now here the cost was just like what was the cost here? The cost was just for raw material, that is crude oil, correct? Here you
Yeah.
have two different materials and giving you just one single product. So here you can easily find out the cost of this single A plus and B plus. Why? You know the cost of the petrol and plus the metal is petrol, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you know the cost of petrol?
Yeah.
Do you know the cost of diesel?
Yes, sir.
Yes, like I'll come to that. These two cost plus labor overheads will give us the cost of these two products. But what, how did you get the cost of this petrol and diesel?
From processing, we can
We
from the
have
crude
we
material.
just took, there was only one process and two material. So
Yes.
here the concept of joint cost comes into picture. What is that?
Joint cost.
So till here this level is called split off stage. What is that called?
Split off stage.
Split off stage or split off point. Split off stage is nothing but where one product we used, okay, and it has got processed and it has split into two different products. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It has split into two
Two
different products, and the cost before the split off stage is called joint cost or pre-separation cost. Okay, what is that called?
joint cost or pre-separation cost.
And the cost after the split off stage is called post separation cost or further processing cost. Fine.
Yeah.
Now the next point here is, since you understood that to find out A plus you want raw metal which is petrol, labor overheads is different, that however you'll add. To make B plus you want raw metal which is diesel and you'll be adding labor and overheads, okay, and you'll be getting the cost of that. But the point here is, what is the cost of, like, what the process whatever I have undergone, the raw metal has given me two different products, so I want to know the cost of those two different products. I want to know the cost of
Two different products.
two different products, because till here whatever the process has undergone, whatever the cost I have incurred is joint cost. What is that?
Joint cost.
So I will divide this joint cost into these two products and find out the products cost individually. Correct or wrong?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, so now the entire chapter is about the splitting, about the apportioning of joint cost between these two products. The entire chapter deals with what? How to divide the joint cost between the two joint products. Correct or wrong?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So joint cost. So we will see how we will we will see the methods with which we can divide or apportion the joint cost amongst the two products. So joint cost incurred prior to split off stage is known as joint cost. Okay, it is also known as pre-separation cost. Please make a note of madam this one.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you please scroll down, sir? No, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, sir. Yeah, wait. Okay. Yes, sir, done, sir.
Yeah. Now, so the next step what we will follow is like the apportionment of joint cost. So we'll enter into the mainstream topic right now. So this is what we have already discussed. I'll read at some points. When one production process leads to production of two or more finished goods, correct? Process
Yes.
one, but two products, joint
Yes.
products result. Products are not identical, but they share the same production process up to what is called the split off point. After that, further processing you can do and use that final product which has come out of the process one, two different products. Each product can be taken and further processed and can be made into some other product, correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, the split off point is the point at which the two products stop sharing the same process and become different identifiable products. When I speak about identifiable products, I can sell it.
Yeah.
Now, the main issue with joint products is how to account for joint cost, those costs incurred prior to split off point, and how to allocate the joint cost to the separate products. So for that, we should see some methods, correct? So accurate allocation is needed primarily for financial reporting purpose and pricing decisions. Inventory cost of each unit of each joint product needs to be determined accurately so that balance sheet will be accurate, correct? If you know how much is the cost of that petrol, that means you have incurred some $100 for making for processing that entire crude oil, and two products have come out, petrol and diesel. Now you have to apportion how much you like, how much is the petrol cost and how much is the diesel cost, correct?
Yeah.
So there should be some method, good methodology, so that accurate cost of two products can be known, and there will be no problem in accounting and showing them in the balance sheet as inventory. Since the inventory cost of each unit becomes its COGS sold, when it is sold, the amount of cost to be expensed to COGS for each unit is needed. Yeah, we make COGS, but under COGS we show inventory. So we should know that inventory cost. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A very good example is processing of pineapple. See, pineapple processing is process number one. If you process pineapple, okay, as pineapple goes through processing at the factory, the rind is removed. The fruit is used to manufacture two products. One is juice, everyone knows. One is slices. You know, slices also come. Pineapple slices also come under tin packs, and those are sold in this Ratnadeep and all stores. Two separate products that arise from the same initial production process. Therefore, joint cost of unprocessed pineapples, which the unprocessed pineapple was the raw material. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And of processing the pineapples to remove the rinds needed to be allocated between juice and slices. So the process has undergone that they have removed that rind and they process it, and these two products have came out. Now, joint cost may include direct material, direct labor and overhead. Cost incurred after split off point may also include material, labor, overhead. I have already explained all these things with the diagram, correct?
Yeah. Yes,
The
sir.
cost incurred after the split off point are separable cost, and previous to that is joint cost, and I have explained you about the byproduct also. Now the problem was how to allocate the joint cost. So what are the methods we will be using for the allocation of joint cost? Relative sales value at split off method, estimated net realizable value method, physical measure and average cost method, constant gross profit percentage method, correct?
Yeah.
So
What are
several,
these, sir?
these are the methods to allocate the joint cost, madam.
Okay.
Sorry, Kalyani. So
Yes.
several different measures may be used to allocate joint cost. See, your joint cost was pre-separation cost. Now you have to divide that cost between your two joint products. Then you will be knowing the cost of those two joint products. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Which in turn will become an input for the next process. Whereby if you want this input into the next process, you want to know the cost of this, correct?
Yeah, yeah. Then only we can find out this one.
The cost of the next upcoming product. That's what.
Yes. Yeah.
So, but all of the different methods use some sort of ratio between the two or more products. The cost allocation is largely a mathematical. See, we have to do the calculations for this. Fine.
Okay.
So now, let's see what's the time. Because for me also next class I have to start. Just a second. Just a second, Kalyani. Just a second.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
explain one question to you right now.
Yeah. Okay.
2 minutes. Hello. Yeah. So let's see the first method, which is relative sales value at split off method. So like split off point is the point where we see the two products get split from the same process, correct?
Yes, sir.
So
Okay.
now we'll see what is this relative sales value at split off method is all about, or gross market value method. So relative sales value at split off method is also called gross market value method. The sales value at split off method, or simply, or more simply, just sales value method. See what at that point, what is the value you can get for that product is what you are looking at. What are you doing?
Yes, sir.
What are you looking is,
Yeah.
at that point, whatever the two products have come, you are checking the value at which it can be sold in the market. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So under relative sales value at split off method, joint costs are allocated on the basis of sales value of each product at split off point. That means the point at which the two products got produced. Okay. That means one crude oil,
Yeah.
crude oil, which was the raw material. Yeah, process one has given two products where the two products got split. At that point, if we want to sell it, what is the value at which we can sell that in the market, or what people are ready to offer us, correct?
Yeah.
So the formula to allocate cost between or among the product is as follows for each of the joint products. So sales value of there are two products coming out, correct? So
Yes, yes.
sales value of product X by total sales value of all joint products, like suppose X, Y, Z are three products. I get $10, $15, and then $25. I'll see what is the value of all these three. Total sales value. So 50. So 10 by 50 into the joint cost. Let's say it is $10,000. Let's say how much?
$10,000.
Yeah, sales value. This is per unit now. Joint cost is, let's say, $100. Let's say. Okay. See, this is not cost actually. This is like sales value. What is this?
Sales value.
Sales value is cost plus margin. So I'll take this as $30. Let's say my cost is $30. How much?
$30.
That is my joint cost. Can I divide this $30 in this 10 by 50, 15 by 50, and 25 by 50 ratio? Please tell me.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it then. I just will divide it in 10 is to 15 is to 25 ratio. That is nothing but 10 by 50, 15 by 50, 25 by 50. Finished. So can I just, I'm just allocating a question. Can you do this question?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will do it, no problem. Cafe Industries manufactures two kinds of coffee percolators, an electric model and a stove top model. There are two models here, correct?
Okay.
Part of manufacturing process is the production of coffee basket assembly, which includes a basket and a spreader. So Cafe Industries has two kinds of coffee percolators, one electric model, one stovetop model, and the manufacturing process, what they do is they produce coffee basket. Okay,
Okay.
they are into coffee basket assembly. In that, basket and spreader are there. The 8-cup electric model and 8-cup stovetop model use the same basket assembly. That means for those two products, they use this assembly only. Though the
Okay.
pump stems are different. So the basket assembly is also sold separately as a replacement part for both percolators at a price of $10. Separate prices for basket assemblies that going to be incorporated into the two percolators do not exist, since they become integral part of percolators. Actually, they have given so much of vague unnecessary information.
Yeah.
However, the whole production run could be sold as replacement basket, since a market does exist for them at that stage of production. Now, what matters for us is the next data. One batch consists of 500 basket assemblies, of which 300 are destined to become a part of electric percolator and 150 stovetop percolators. Did we get the two different things?
Okay.
The 500 you make, 300 goes for electric and 150 for stovetop, and 50 can be sold separately in the market. Correct?
Okay.
Hello? Are you understanding?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So they made 500 basket assemblies. 300 goes for electric and 150 for stovetop. 50 can be sold in the market. Joint cost for one batch total $2,500 or $5 per unit. Okay.
Yeah.
Using the sales value at split off method, how much of the joint cost is allocated? So we know the joint cost is $2,500. Fine.
Okay. Yeah.
First, we will find out the sales value of each and every product. So 300 into how much is the price of the percolator? $10, correct?
Yes, sir. $10.
No, basket assembly, which is sold separately as a replacement part for both. Yeah, basket assembly price is $10. Am I right?
Yeah.
Sorry, not percolator, basket
Uh-huh.
assembly. So the basket assembly 300, which is going for like electric percolators, value is this much. We can sell it at this price in the market, and for
Yeah.
150 is this much, and for 50 is this much. We got the total revenue of this, correct?
Yeah.
We
Okay.
will take each one's revenue divided by total revenue into joint cost. Each one's revenue by total revenue into joint cost. Each one's revenue by total revenue into joint cost. So did we allocate the joint cost of 2,500 amongst each and every did we allocate the joint cost for each and different types of percolators? Please tell me.
Yeah.
Did we allocate the joint cost of the assembly, basket assemblies amongst electric percolator, stovetop percolator, and replacement basket? Please tell me.
No, sir.
We right now we apportioned, na?
Yes, sir. Wait, wait. Hello.
Hello.
Sir, tell me.
What is your joint cost? 2,500, correct?
Yes, sir.
What is the value, sales value of the basket assembly for electric percolator?
3,000.
For stovetop percolator?
1,500.
150 into 10. And for replacement,
500.
what is the total sales value of these three
3,000.
baskets? 5,000. Okay, we
Okay.
know 500 into 10, if we do, we get 5,000, but these
For
are three different values. Yeah,
Yeah.
in the sense, three different the quantities are different for every like category, correct? Here 300 is required, there 150 is required, there 50 is required.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we know 500 into 10, if we do, we get 5,000 directly. But no, 300 we are taking for one category, 150 for one category, 50 for one category, correct?
Yeah.
So how much we are using the assembly basket for electric percolator? The value is 3,000 out of the total value 5,000. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Into 2,500. Then 1,500 by 5,000 into 2,500. Then 500 by 5,000 2,500. We get what?
Different
Different costs. That means
cost.
1,500, 750, 250. So
Yeah.
joint cost has been apportioned in these three, like in these three parts or not?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the methods of allocation of joint cost. That's it. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
Please go through this.
Okay.
Finished? Hello?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
take the snap.
Yeah, once done, please confirm.
Yeah, I take the snap, sir. I want to my after the class.
Okay, no, video recording will be there now.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Okay.
So video recording you can go through.
Yeah.
So this is one method. Tomorrow we will start. We will finish the different methods are there. Na? Today because of introduction we spent time.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'll
Okay.
close this chapter. 100%. In the
Okay.
evening only I'll take the class tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay.
Tomorrow let's wind up this one. Once I do this, I'm going into the next chapter. That is like overheads. Next chapter is overheads. More
Okay.
2 topics from costing. Then your costing is done. I'll start with the last part of this book. Like we are in this, we have done this, we
Hmm.
have done this. We'll finish this by tomorrow.
Hmm.
Then we can start with like review of costing systems,
Hmm.
and we'll start with this one overheads, not
Okay.
process costing, overheads. I will finish overheads first.
Okay.
Once overheads are done, then we have this process costing only done. Your costing is done then, this part.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we can start with supply chain management, this part. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And part 2 is going on there. Part 1 reporting is going on there. There I will take intangible assets, 3 more topics. Then
Hmm.
I'll jump into part 1 directly. We will take that working capital management or ethics or something. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
intangible assets in part one only, sir.
Yes, intangible only I'm saying. We'll do tangible, intangible, and one more chapter from part 1.
Okay, okay.
At least 3 or 4 chapters I want to finish in part 1 in reporting with
Okay.
questions. Then I will enter into ethics. I will take ethics and I'll finish. Then
Yeah.
part 1. Like that I'll take simultaneously.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.